There is a war being fought inside you right now, and the outcome of that war will determine everything about your life. Pause. The camera slowly zooms in on the person's determined face. I know you feel it, that quiet, gnawing tension in the pit of your stomach when you're lying in bed at night, that voice that whispers doubts when you're about to take a chance, that heavy weight on your chest when you think about the dreams you've put on hold. It's the war between the person you were conditioned to be, broken bar, and the person you are destined to become. It's the battle between fear and courage, between comfort and growth, between settling and striving, between the reality you currently live in, a broken bar, and the reality your soul is begging you to cross into. And today, a broken bar right here, right now, a broken bar. We are going to talk about how to win that war, how to believe in yourself so deeply, so unshakably, that failure becomes nothing but a lesson. How to find a strength within you that you never knew existed. How to tap into an inner power so profound that you will never, ever give up on the life you are meant to live. This is not just another motivational speech. This is a call to arms for your spirit. This is a blueprint for your transformation. So, if you're reading a broken bar, truly ready to cross from the reality of your limitations into the reality of your limitless potential, a broken bar, then lean in, listen closely, and let's begin. The music transitions to something more hopeful and driving. The video cuts to the speaker, standing in a simple, well-lit studio, speaking directly and intimately to the camera. Look at your hands. These are not the hands of a victim. These are the hands of a creator. You have built every single experience of your life with these hands. You have built walls of protection, a broken bar, and you have built bridges of connection. You have clenched them in frustration, a broken bar, and you have opened them in generosity. But somewhere along the way, you may have started to believe that you are only building what you are allowed to build, that your blueprint was drawn by someone else, by society, by your past, by your mistakes, by the opinions of people who don't have to live your life. You started to believe that the ceiling above you is made of concrete, permanent and unmovable. But I am here to tell you that ceiling is an illusion. It's made of tissue paper, painted to look like concrete, and all it takes is one moment of decisive belief, a broken bar, one upward thrust of conviction, a broken bar to shatter it forever. The first and most important step in this entire journey is to reclaim the narrative of your own life, to stop seeing yourself as a character in someone else's story, and to pick up the pen and become the author. Believing in yourself isn't about arrogance. It's not about walking around thinking you're better than everyone else. That's actually a form of insecurity. True self-belief is a quiet, humble, unshakable knowing. It's the deep-seated understanding that you have value, you have purpose, and you have everything you need inside you to navigate the challenges ahead. It's the fundamental acceptance that you are worthy of your own dreams. Let that sink in for a moment. You are worthy of your own dreams. The dreams that light you up in the middle of the night, a broken bar, you are worthy of them. The vision you have for a healthier body, a more fulfilling career, a deeper relationship, a broken bar, you are deserving of it. The desire to create, to contribute, to leave a mark on this world, a broken bar, that desire was placed inside you for a reason. It was not placed there to torture you. It was placed there as a compass, to guide you home to yourself. But we let that belief get eroded, don't we? We let it get chipped away by the waves of disappointment, by the storms of criticism, by the slow, steady drip of comparison. You look at someone else's highlight reel on social media, and you compare it to your behind-the-scenes struggles, and you think, they have it all figured out, they were born with it, I'm just not enough. That is a lie. It is the single greatest lie that holds humanity back. Every single person you admire, every icon, every leader, every visionary, a broken bar, they have all stood exactly where you are standing. They have all felt the icy grip of fear. They have all stared into the abyss of self-doubt. The difference is not that they were born without fear. The difference is that they made a decision to believe in the whisper of their potential more than they believed in the roar of their fear. Think about a time you failed. Really think about it. Feel that cold sensation, the embarrassment, the feeling of I knew I couldn't do it. Now, I want you to reframe that entire memory. What if that failure wasn't a stamp of inadequacy, but a badge of courage? What if it wasn't proof that you shouldn't try, but proof that you were brave enough to try in the first place. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a critical part of success. It is the data you collect on your way to the solution. Thomas Edison didn't fail 10,000 times to invent the light bulb. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Every single failure brought him closer to the answer. Your life is exactly the same. Every closed door is directing you to the right one. Every heartbreak is teaching you what real love requires. Every business that didn't work out was a lesson in what it takes to build one that will. You have to start treating your life like the greatest experiment you will ever conduct, and every single outcome be a broken bar, whether you label it success or failure. A broken bar is valuable data. It all contributes to the masterpiece you're creating. So, how do you build this unshakable belief? It starts with the single, simple, but profoundly difficult act. You must become the guardian of your own mind. Your mind is a garden, and right now, it's probably overgrown with weeds. Weeds of negativity. Weeds of "I can't." Weeds of "what will they think?" You cannot expect to grow beautiful flowers of confidence and achievement in a garden full of weeds. You have to get your hands dirty. You have to start pulling those weeds, one by one. This means being ruthlessly aware of your self-talk. What are you saying to yourself when you look in the mirror? Are you your own biggest critic, your own worst enemy? It's time to fire that critic. It's time to hire a new inner coach. Imagine if you had a personal coach following you around all day, and every time you faced a challenge, they whispered in your ear, "You're not smart enough. You're going to mess this up. Remember the last time you failed? That's going to happen again." You would fire that coach in a second. But that's exactly what so many of us do to ourselves. Starting today, you are going to become your own greatest supporter. When you make a mistake, instead of saying, "I'm such an idiot," you will say, "Okay, I learned something. What's the next step?" When you feel intimidated by a goal, instead of saying, "This is too big for me," you will say, "This is a challenge that will help me grow. I can break this down into small steps." This is not about positive affirmations that feel empty. This is about cognitive restructuring. It's about rewiring your brain through consistent, deliberate practice. You have to feed your mind with belief, just like you feed your body with food. Read the stories of those who have overcome great odds. Listen to music that lifts your spirit. Surround yourself with people who see the potential in you, even when you can't see it in yourself. And for those people who drain your energy, who constantly project their own fears onto you, a broken bar, you need to create boundaries. You cannot cross into your new reality if you are constantly being pulled back into the old one by the gravitational pull of other people's limitations. Protect your peace. Protect your belief. It is the most valuable currency you have. Now, belief is the foundation, but belief without action is just a daydream. And action requires something else, a broken bar, something raw, something primal, something that is forged in the fires of adversity. That something is strength. The music shifts, becoming more intense and determined. The video cuts to powerful imagery, an athlete training in the rain, a musician practicing for hours, a writer staring at a blank page with determination. Strength. We have a misconception about strength. We think it's the absence of weakness. We think strong people don't feel pain, don't feel fear, don't get tired. Nothing could be further from the truth. Strength is not the absence of vulnerability. Strength is the courage to be vulnerable. It is the ability to feel the fear, to acknowledge the pain, to sit with the exhaustion of broken bar, and to still take the next step. Strength is not a shield that blocks out the difficulties of life. Strength is the backbone that allows you to stand tall while carrying those difficulties. You already have this strength. You have it because you have survived 100% of your worst days so far. Look back at your life. Think of the most painful thing you have ever experienced, the loss that shattered you, the disappointment that brought you to your knees. You are here today. You breathed through it. You got up. You put one foot in front of the other. That is not weakness. That is immense, profound, incredible strength. You are a survivor. But we are not here just to survive. We are here to thrive. And to thrive, You need to move from passive strength to broken bar, the strength of endurance, broken bar to active strength, the strength of pursuit. This is where you build your resilience muscle. Resilience is like a muscle. It doesn't get stronger when things are easy. It gets stronger when it's put under tension, when it's stressed, when it's forced to adapt. Every challenge you face is a workout for your resilience, and just like in the gym, when you lift a weight that feels too heavy, you have two choices. You can drop the weight, you can give up, or you can dig deep. You can summon every ounce of willpower you have, and you can push through. And what happens when you push through? Your muscle fibers tire. It's painful, but then they repair, and they come back thicker, stronger than before. The next time you face a similar weight, it feels lighter. Life is your gym. The obstacles are your weights. And every single time you choose to push through, you are not just solving a problem broken bar, you are fundamentally building a stronger version of yourself. You are building a version of yourself that is capable of handling bigger dreams, greater responsibilities, and a more magnificent life. So, stop praying for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one, because an easy life builds nothing. A challenging life, faced with courage, builds character. It builds wisdom. It builds a legacy. Now, let's get practical. How do you access this strength when you feel completely empty? When you're burned out, when you feel like you have nothing left to give? This is the most critical moment. This is the moment that separates those who give up from those who become legends. In that moment, you have to stop looking at the mountain in front of you. The summit is too far. The path is too steep. It's overwhelming. You have to bring your focus down to the next step. Just the next step. Not the whole journey. Just the next, single, manageable step. If you're writing a book, don't think about the 300 pages. Think about writing one good sentence. If you're trying to get in shape, don't think about losing 50 pounds. Think about taking a 10-minute walk today. If you're rebuilding your life after a breakup, don't think about finding love again. Think about getting through today with your dignity and self-respect intact. Small, consistent, daily actions. That is the secret. The grandest cathedral was built one brick at a time. The longest journey begins with a single step. Your most incredible comeback will be built one small, courageous choice at a time. Momentum is not built by giant leaps. Momentum is built by tiny, repeated pushes. And each push, each small victory, sends a message to your subconscious mind: I am capable. I am moving forward. I am strong. These small wins compound. At first, you won't see a difference. But just like interest in a bank account, over time, the compound effect becomes staggering. A 1% improvement every day seems like nothing, but 1% compounded over a year? That's not a 365% improvement. That's a 3,778% improvement. You become 37 times better than you were at the start. Stop underestimating the power of small, daily disciplines. They are the quiet engines of massive transformation. They are how you build the strength to not only face storms but to dance in the rain. But belief gives you the vision. Strength gives you the endurance. To cross the most profound realities, you need something else. You need the engine, the fuel, the unstoppable force. You need to tap into your inner power. The music becomes epic, soaring, and inspirational. The video shows imagery of lightning, volcanoes, the vastness of space, and human eyes filled with fire and determination. Inner power. This is not a metaphor. This is a real, tangible energy that exists within you. It is the source of your intuition, your creativity, your passion, your will. It is the very essence of your life force. Different cultures and philosophies have different names for it. Prana, Kai, spirit, the force. But whatever you call it, you have felt it. You have felt it in those moments of pure flow, a broken bar when you're so immersed in an activity that time seems to disappear. You have felt it in moments of sudden inspiration, a broken bar when an idea hits you like a bolt of lightning. You have felt it in moments of incredible courage, a broken bar when you acted bravely without even thinking. That is your inner power, and for most of your life, it has been like a sleeping giant, dormant, untapped, waiting for you to wake it up, waiting for you to command it. So, How do you awaken this giant? You awaken it with purpose. Purpose is the alarm clock for your inner power. When you connect your daily actions to a deeper sense of purpose, you stop running on willpower alone, and you start running on soul power. Willpower is finite, it gets depleted. You only have so much willpower in a day. But soul power, a broken bar power that comes from a deep, aligned purpose. A broken bar is renewable. It is limitless. Think of a mother who lifts a car to save her child. She isn't using willpower. She is tapping into a primal, profound power fueled by love and purpose. Your purpose doesn't have to be to save the world. Your purpose is unique to you. It is the intersection of what you love, what you are good at, and what the world needs. It is the thing that makes you feel fully alive. Maybe your purpose is to create art that brings beauty into the world. Maybe your purpose is to build a business that solves a real problem. Maybe your purpose is to be an incredible parent, raising kind, conscious human beings. Maybe your purpose is to heal, to teach, to inspire. You must find your why. Why do you want to achieve this goal? Why do you want to change your life? If your why is powerful enough, your how will reveal itself. A weak why leads to giving up at the first sign of trouble. A strong why, a broken bar why that brings tears to your eyes. A broken bar, that why will give you the power to move mountains. So, I want you to ask yourself, right now, what is my deepest why? Don't answer with what you think you should say. Answer from the deepest, most honest place in your heart. Why are you here? What is the fire that you are meant to light? When you connect to that, you plug yourself into the source of all power. Fear will still come, doubt will still whisper, but they will sound like faint, distant echoes, because the roar of your purpose will drown them out. Now, to channel this power, you must master your energy. You are not just a physical body, you are an energy system, and you cannot give what you do not have. You cannot project confidence if you are filled with anxiety. You cannot radiate love if you are filled with resentment. You must become a conscious curator of your own energy. This means taking care of the vessel. Your body is the temple for this incredible power. Feed it nutritious food, move it, make it strong, give it rest, true, deep, restorative sleep. And just as importantly, you must guard your emotional and mental energy. The news that fills you with anger and anxiety, a broken bar, limit it. The conversations that drain you and are filled with gossip and negativity, a broken bar, walk away from them. The environments that make you feel small or stressed, a broken bar, change them. You must create space for power to grow. Think of yourself as a lighthouse. A lighthouse doesn't go running around the island trying to save every ship. It stands firm, rooted in its purpose. It tends to its light. It makes sure its lamp is clean, its fuel is full. And by simply doing that, by standing strong and shining its light, it guides every ship that comes near it. You must become your own lighthouse. Stand firm in your truth, tend to your inner light. And by doing so, you will not only save yourself, you will become a beacon of hope and guidance for everyone around you. Your power is not just for you. Your transformation gives others permission to transform. Your courage gives others the hope to be courageous. When you cross into your new reality, you extend a bridge for others to follow. This is how we change the world, not by loud speeches, but by quiet, consistent, powerful living. One person at a time, believing in themselves, finding their strength, and unleashing their inner power. Now, let's bring this all together. Let's talk about the ultimate act of power, the decision to never, ever give up. The music becomes deeply emotional, stirring, and triumphant. The video shows a montage of people achieving goals, crossing a finish line, graduating, launching a product, hugging a loved one after a long struggle. Never giving up is not about being stubborn, it's about being faithful. Faithful to the vision you have for your life, faithful to the person you are becoming. Giving up is an act of betrayal against your own potential. It is saying to the universe, you were wrong to trust me with this dream. I am not worthy, but you are worthy. And the dream was given to you because you are the only one who can bring it to life in your unique way. The world needs your dream. It needs your voice. It needs your contribution. If you give up, the world will miss out on the magic that only you can create. So, You must make a vow to yourself, a vow that is more binding than any contract, a vow that you will see this through. There will be days when you stumble, there will be days when you fall. This is not failure, this is part of the process. Giving up is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. The moment you want to quit is the moment you need to push forward with everything you have, because that moment, a broken bar, that dark, difficult, painful moment, a broken bar, is the crucible. It is the refining fire. It is where the old you is burned away, and the new, stronger, more powerful you is forged. In that moment, remember your why. Remember how far you've come. Remember the strength you've already shown, and take one more step, just one more, and then another. You keep going not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. You are worth it. Look at how far you've already come. You have survived every single bad day life has thrown at you. You have overcome obstacles that once seemed impossible. You are a warrior, seasoned in battle, and you are still standing. That is not a coincidence. That is a testament to the power within you. So, from this day forward, I want you to make a promise to believe in yourself, even when no one else does, a promise to find strength in your struggles, and to see them as opportunities to grow, a promise to connect to your inner power, to fuel yourself with purpose, and to shine your light brightly, and a promise to never, ever give up on the magnificent life you are meant to live. The world on the other side of your fear is waiting for you. It is a reality of purpose, of joy, of fulfillment. It is a reality where you are the hero of your own story. The bridge to cross from this reality to that one is built with the bricks of belief, strength, and inner power. And you have already laid the first stone by choosing to listen to this today. You have already begun the crossing. So, keep going. Do not turn back. Do not settle for the shore of your comfort when the vast ocean of your potential is calling you. The journey will be challenging, there will be storms, but you are the captain of your soul. You are the master of your fate, and you are capable of achieving things that right now, you can only dream of. Believe it, feel it, embody it. Now, go out there and build the life you deserve. The world is waiting for the power that only you can unleash. Thank you for listening.